seriously, camera's rolling.
Hi, it's Bill Hermann with the Entertainment Experience and DJ News, and of course Ben Stowe, the only physicist I know that's in the sound business. And thanks, John, for letting us do this feature. Today, we're in Burnsville at the Ames Center. It's a beautiful theater down here, and the reason we're here is because Electro-Voice came out to show off of all of their new toys, and a lot of you has been asking about some specific ones, which I'm sure we'll get to as we're going, but Ben was here to see that it worked correctly, and I was here to think, wow, this is cool. It's toys for me. It's science for him. So what do you think, man?
I just came for the snacks, actually. You know, I was wondering, am I a physicist that's in the sound business, or am I a sound guy that is in the physics business?
Yes.
You know, because, I mean, the physics dictate...
I should have not brought it up.
Do you remember what happened?
I shouldn't have brought it up. Okay, I shouldn't have brought it up. Okay, you want to watch what is your show?
Can't edit live TV.
Right, exactly. The Ben Stowe Show. You go
Tuesday night with Ben Stowe.
Yeah, that's it. That's every Tuesday. I have a lovely nap watching Ben talk about the stuff he talks about.
You know, I'm really popular with parents who play my show and their kids fall asleep, and I'm better than Captain Kangaroo. I don't know. You know.
So I came here excited to see one specific speaker, but to find out that they had an entire line of cool new things was really impressive. And I think the first ones what were the first ones you wanted to talk about first?
Well, I think everybody's talking about the Evolve 50, so I want to save that for last. In the desperate hopes that people will stay awake.
and they'll stay with us for about 10 minutes.
Right. So I think we'll start with the ELX 200, as that's a super relevant line for most of our viewers. But I do want to touch on some of the other models as I know they apply. And there's a lot of questions. People are just asking. They see model numbers, and of course EV has about 40 new models.
Right.
And we can just kind of take a joyful romp through the speakers that are here.
Right. Well, the 200 is right back here. Okay. They've got a 15. They've got a 12.
And they have a 10.
And they got a 10.
That's a big deal, DJ.
It is a big deal. And the first question that I was asked while we were watching this was, how does it lie within the pecking order of EV speakers?
Sure. So starting at I'm reluctant to say the bottom of the line, because
there's really not a bottom with EV.
Even the beginning of EV's portable line is frankly above some others, but you have the ZLX series. This would replace the ELX series. Cleverly enough, it's the ELX 200. And so you've got ZLX, ELX 200, EKX moving into a wood box at that point, 15 millimeter birch, and then the ETX at an 18 millimeter birch, 2,000 watt FIR processing, and the whole nine.
Exactly.
And so that was one of the questions people said is, what's replacing ETX? And the short answer is nothing. It's the top of the food chain in the portable line. There's no plans to replace it anytime soon.
Right.
It just came out, and it's a stellar box. So there, if that was your question, you could just turn off the show. But stick with us. We got some fun things.
Right.
So we may even have a guest appearance from Katie here after a little bit. We'll see. So
they talked about the EVID line too, and an EVID line is it's an interesting line for those guys who do a lot of installs, and they got a bunch of awards as well.
They did, yeah. They came away with more awards than anybody else at Infocom, which is a show that focuses on commercial audio and install. I want to just spend one more minute on the ELX 200, because I think this is really a meat and potatoes line. You have a great sounding, lightweight composite box. You've got the 10-inch, the 12-inch, and the 15-inch, depending on the type of sound that you're looking for and the type of horsepower. Capable of 132 dB. It's a 1,200 watt box. Has a DSP on the back. Let's spin this one. It'd be easier. Oh, look at that. Well, of course, when you're built like Bill, you can do that. Not so much.
Come on and look at this.
You've got the DSP built in, which of course the old ELX did not have, and now every powered speaker in the EV line, the ZLX, ELX 200, EKX, and ETX all have this menu and DSP on board. Lots of fun functions, but this one brings it a step further, and I want to bring and look at these amazing cables, by the way.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't stage that. They really do use our cables.
A shameless plug is what that is.
Hey, you know what?
I'm with you, man. Don't worry.
They use our cables. But I want to bring in my friend and EV engineer who designed these, Mike Gaston, who's going to show us the app and tell us a little bit more maybe about this. This is a special treat when you get to talk to the guy who actually designed these. So,
come on in here, brother.
Yeah, step right in. It's your baby.
It's my baby.
So tell us, now, first of all, what I can say about them, once again, I can't speak to the science of all this, but I can tell you that I own some speakers of my own from EV, and this whole thing back here is way easier than I ever thought it could be. And for a guy who can plug and turn on and turn up, to be able to create and change settings in a way that's powerful without having a lot of knowledge was really quite an achievement, I think. Tell us a little bit about this.
I'm happy you think so. We spent a lot of time developing a GUI interface that we think is easy to use, pleasant to use. Something as simple as a one touch, one encoder that controls everything. You have access for everything from there, from general EQ settings that we've developed, which we really hope you guys like, to EQ settings that you want, crossover settings, ability to control external situations such as limiter indication on the front LED, on the back, a bunch of information.
Well, even
tons of options.
One of the most interesting thing for me was the delay. Okay, delay where you have to have a slide rule half the time to figure out. You've turned it into measure and punch.
Yeah. Actually, it kicks them in the ETX line, not in this line.
Still, though.
But
yeah,
still,
once you get into the ETX line, but the same functionality, exactly. The same ease of use that we see in the ETX is in here, even though it doesn't have things like FIR or delay or the built-in parametric. It's still certainly just as easy. And by the way, if you don't know about Bill's technical prowess, it's because he doesn't have any.
Right. Exactly.
Do you remember what happened the last time we were on stage together, Bill?
Yeah, he put me in a box. It's funny. Ha, ha, ha. Well, what I'm saying is that not everyone has the technical prowess as these guys. A lot of people are like me, then that I'm a performer, and I need something to amplify myself, and that's about as far as my tech goes. And to be able to take on a company like EV, use that for my amplification, something that's this kind of powerful, and still not have to bring him with me and make it sound good that's something amazing already. Yeah, you're already too expensive.
You should see what he bills out at. Bill, you're right. I think most people are I don't want to say like you, because you certainly have extraordinary talents in a lot of ways, and of course, the experience that you guys teach, is really unique in and of itself. But
shameless plug number 2.
You slipped me that money there, buddy. That's what you get for hosting the show. You get a free plug. Yeah. Honestly, it's all legit. But really, I think more people technically are like you, and they don't want to have to be physicists to use a speaker. And frankly, we're really glad that most people are like that, because Mike and I didn't get our jobs on our good looks. So, if everybody had that talent, we'd probably be out. Notable, before Mike shows us the coolest thing about this line, is there are also subs. There's an 18-inch and there's a 12-inch, and that 12-inch sub will surprise you.
Oh.
Also surprising, look at the form factor of this 18. That's tiny.
It's also the lightest 18 on the market.
Lightest 18 on the market.
It's good stuff.
There you go.
So, show them what they want. In addition to the ease of the app, if you were clever, you noticed a Bluetooth symbol flashing on the DSP screen.
That's
right.
Mike's going to show you what that does.
So, we also developed as part of this product line a new application, EV Quick Smart. You start this application. If you got your Bluetooth on and your speakers set up, it'll automatically search and find any ELX200 or Evolve speakers. You simply select which ones you want to connect to and hit connect. It's first come, first serve. I know people are a little concerned, like, what can anyone grab onto it? First come, first serve. If you don't want it, simply turn it off in the back, no problem, right? So now we have all of the speakers that we have set up here. We've got a 10-inch, a 12-inch, a 15P. Maybe I want to move them around a little bit, reorganize them. I can group them into different groups. Select my 10P and my 12P, give it a character, save the group, and then I can go in, equalize.
Who chose the characters, Mike? I want to know. Who chose the characters?
It wasn't me. So anyway, you can change overall filters of the thing. You can select your, like all of our EV Quick Smart stuff, you can select your sub to top alignments. That's developed by us. We anechoic chamber tune those to be precise so that you have perfect time alignment from sub to top. You don't have to worry about it as long as you just set them up in the same plane. They're good to go. We also have some generic stuff. You want to use, God forbid, someone else's subwoofers or some heritage subwoofers.
The humanity.
Right? And then we even have some legacy product on there and stuff that you can grab onto and use any one of those. Can grab any one of those, select it, change the whole thing, come back out of the group. There's mutes for the whole thing. Oops, sorry. overall mute for the whole system, overall equalization selection for the whole system, and the coolest thing in my mind, the limit indication and the clip and signal indication. So it will let you know if there's a moderate amount of signal applied to it, just so you have an idea of, yes, that speaker is getting signal. It'll also let you know if you're hitting limiter, and even more importantly, it will let you know if you're clipping the input, because you very much do not want to clip the input, and we let you know.
Right.
It's set up so that it will actually, you can have this app running in your pocket, and if you hit that limiter, it'll buzz and let you know. It's set up to, to give you suggestions.
So I can
to
butt
turn it
down my speaker. I can butt down my speakers.
Right.
Is what he's saying.
That's right.
Well, actually, they're going to butt dial you.
Yes. They're going to tell you, hey man, take it easy.
Settle down. Just settle down.
So we think it was, basically every control that you have on the back of these, which is already, a good amount of equalization control, is available through that app, plus some additional stuff. I think what's really cool about it is you can take a bunch of speakers out. Say I have this set up, two 18s and a 15. I can put them into a group. It'll default automatically to have the right crossover alignment for that group. Good to go, ready.
And in a very easy, clean interface. The app looks beautiful.
Why, thank you.
So it's seriously. I've dealt with a lot of DSPs and monitoring apps. This technology, of course, started out at the touring level, precipitating its way down, and some of them, you feel like a physicist using it. And this is really, really well done. So, Mike, thanks so much. Another stellar release.
Absolutely. I'm sorry you didn't call it the Bill Hermann idiot-proof app, like I said. But I appreciate it.
The amount of lines that we have to name the app.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks a lot, Mike. And then this is just one of the products, that got showed off today. Another one is, you tell me which one you want to do.
All right, let's kind of work our way across.
Okay.
So I do have a number of folks out there that are doing installs and that sort of thing.
Right.
And, of course, you know who you are. Here is a great innovative solution where if you want to do installs and you want to make it easy on yourself and your client, this is the new EVIT S, the Surface Mount series. They sound amazing. They were playing these earlier, and I guarantee you nobody thought this is what was playing, but it was. They thought it was a bigger box. But check this out. Come on in here and take a look at this. This is the mounting bracket, and take a look right here. That's a level. Now, I've been doing installs, and I have an electrical license. I've been doing this for 20 plus years. That's fantastic. That is so easy to mount that. Even I could have done this in the day. Anyway, and so you mount this bracket.
Now we know what gets Ben Stowe excited.
A level.
It is the technology that gets me excited. When
It
you think
is.
somebody who's thinking about the practical application in the field. Somebody who's thinking about the guy who's out there. All right, so we got the bracket mounted, piece of cake. Slide this thing on, lock it in, and you are done.
It's done.
And we can move on.
Yep, and it will. One of the things I heard them say was it'll hold at least 10 to 12 times its weight.
Yeah, 10 times
already.
Its weight. Yeah,
so once again, for the guy who doesn't know what he's doing, I love the idea too that you can put this in with a couple of screws, cover it, paint the whole building, and then come back, uncover it, and just clip this thing on. And when my speaker breaks, I unclip it, take it someplace to fix it, bring it back. It makes it all simpler. All the stuff that we worry about once we've mounted, now we got to unmount it. We got to deal with it. You got to re-level everything. It's all taken care of.
Piece of cake. The painters like it because they don't have to stress about it. There's a paint guard that goes over it, and you just paint on by. That hopefully sheetrock guys are done at that point, but if they're not, you don't have to stress about it either.
Right.
So and that makes everybody in the different trades happier because we can all get along. So
they brought a line of line array too. Look at the line array.
They did.
You got to see the line array, man.
What we're seeing here, this is the X1, which is the little brother to the X2.
Yeah.
And I own the X2, and let me tell you what, it's amazing. It's been out with a lot of A-listers. I don't like the name drop game, but I'll tell you what, I've used that rig with some very big names, and I've never had to apologize for it. It's a stellar rig. And the X1 is just it's a step down from the X2, but what an amazing system for people who need, kind of regional firepower. So amazing. This is the new dual 15-inch flying subwoofer. This subwoofer is flyable, but as you can see here, also works really well as a ground stack kit.
Yep.
They have these leveling rails, and now we can stack our array on top of that. So A+, good job from Evie. We're just going to spend that little time on this and kind of move on.
Right. because now this is what everybody wants to hear. This is what everybody wants to see. In fact, here, this is it, okay? The reason I can get in here is because they gave this to me about a month ago to take out and actually use in the field. Okay, and once again, idiot-proof is what we need, right? Or at least that's what I need. And there's nothing quicker and easier and idiot-proof than this.
If Bill says it, it's true.
Okay, now this is 3 pieces and 2 cables, and I'm up and running. Okay, and it's lighter than anything I've used for a column speaker.
And one of those cables is a power cable.
Right, exactly, one of the power, exactly. And then one of the things I really like is the magnetic clips. Okay, either side. Okay, it's designed in such a way that I don't have to remember which one is up or down, which one is bottom or top. I take them out of the box. I go like that. I go like this, and I'm done. That's it. And it sounds incredible. It really, really does.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough, and I think you might have been part of the meetings as well, to be a part of the initial design meetings for this speaker. God, 2 years ago?
Longest 3 years of my life.
Oh yeah, it was 3
years.
It was 3 years, and it was amazing. We talked about it all the time, and they brought us in several times, and it's funny to listen to them talk to us about, well, what's so important about this? Why do we really have to do this? And then the funniest part was saying, well, you don't have to, but that's what I think is cool.
Yeah,
okay,
they really listened.
And to have what I wasn't always able to get when I used any other column speakers is the sound that Electro Voice gave me. EV is top of the line. I've never had a better sound speaker ever. Okay, but I always liked the way everything else looked when it came to trying to make something look pretty in a wedding and things like that. I wanted the sound. I wanted the pretty. That's what I got here with the Evolve 50. Really?
Well, and the pretty, and the portability, and the output, and the asymmetrical coverage, the form factor, the multiple inputs on the back, built-in mixer, the Bluetooth, and the app.
Yep.
I mean, it's
all that stuff. And
this is what happens when you listen for 3 years and you watch the market mature and you watch the competitors and you say, okay, what can we do better? We don't want to be rushed to market with a Me Too product.
Right.
They really let it mature, and I mean, I think the response that we've received really validates that.
Right.
And so at this point, I'm going to drag Katie in real quick.
Oh, really quick. We don't have enough time, so.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If you don't know Katie,
this is Katie.
And Bill, you know Katie.
I do.
So yeah, if you don't know Katie,
she called me.
Yeah, on the odd, nobody told me. I'm like, why would you wear black to a sound event? Oh yeah, that's right. You ever see that meme? By the way, it says Laundry Day for sound guys, and it's a clothesline full of black T-shirts.
Right.
Yeah, that's my house.
Exactly.
Anyway, if you don't know Katie, you really need to get to know Katie. She's got some stellar information and package pricing and things on the Evolve and the ELX 200, and she's very knowledgeable and super eager to help.
I am.
Right. And Katie works for.
She works for. And
there you go.
I at least wore a logo today.
Another shameless plug. Exactly. Well, and we're not going to get too much farther into it because we're running out of time. But the one question that everybody's asked about me, of me, of Electro Voice, and of Ben, when they see it, they get excited. Where's the price point set?
Oh, we can't talk about
Map is
Not yet.
No, well, we can
Not
tell.
yet.
Yeah.
Well, when did they come out? Let's do that.
I'll let Katie answer the question.
When did they come out?
Map is at $15.99 for.
That's it.
That's the whole thing,
50.
and that includes a case for the tops. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I would have.
And it includes a case for the tops.
Wow.
They don't technically come out until the end of the month is when they will
End
start
of
shipping.
what month?
September.
End of
Sorry.
September.
Yes, end of September. So they
Okay.
will be in your hands early October.
Thank you so much, Katie. I
welcome.
appreciate it. All right, so we got more show with John, I know. Be sure that it's Tuesday nights with Ben Stowe. You want to check out Ben's show on Tuesdays. I've got my little show, Creative License. It's Thursdays, and it's way shorter than any of this because I can't talk about anything interesting. So thanks again for checking in, and until next time, see ya.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Get to know Katie. Talk to her for all your equipment needs. She can get you pricing on the Evolve or, well, just about anything else.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
anyway, thanks for watching. As always, send me questions, and I'll get back to them as promptly as I can. Appreciate it.